Hey,
how's everybody doing out there? Welcome to Game Day Bingo. We are super excited to be with you guys. We got a great 4 games of bingo here before kickoff here at noon with the Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Super excited about this game and super excited about all these bingo games. Yeah, we got over $11,000 on this jackpot. It's been growing since I think it was Rio Orange last Thursday, winning over $18,000.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since we've had a jackpot.
It has. Well, you know what that means? That means big money on a 25-cent card. You can make sure you get enrolled. Make sure you push play. It's 25 cents a card. You can play up to 36 cards a game. We got 4 games. Then we got 4 games after our 200 play games. So those are just $10 per 100 games as well. So we got lots of fun, lots of bingo, lots of stuff going on here. At kickoff, we start those 100 play games. Here we go on the ball.
And there's the first ball, G47.
We are rolling.
Yeah, good to see a lot of our top players out there. Yags 370, Mrs. T.
Yeah, we had a little bit of shakeup in the Mega Bar Bingo standings coming out of Friday night's broadcast. We also had a jackpot winner, a minor jackpot went to Dan M. over at Duffy's Bar and Grill, over $4,000 on the last game of Friday night. That is a theme.
There's Mad Dog over at MC's Dugout 2 in St. Cloud. Good job, Mad Dog.
Yeah. Mad Dog's been playing a lot of bingo, so good for a win for him.
Oh, yeah.
Got a $41 large M-shaped pattern going. Look at that jackpot, $11,484. We're hoping to get that in somebody's hands here right now.
I see homeless. I wonder if it's just like they're homeless, just because they're out playing bingo more.
Maybe so. If they don't have a place to stay, I hope we can help you find a place to stay.
Oh yeah, or they could just win this $11,000 and then
that'll get you a few nights at a hotel.
Oh yeah,
so, yeah,
nice hotel.
Nice hotel. Yeah. Yeah, if it's just a few nights, that's a really nice hotel. That's like the Ritz-Carlton. So we got Katie 1 ball away over at the Riverside in Holly, and a bunch of folks joining her now. And there we go. That large M is going out to Tippy at Vic's Bar and Grill in Moorhead. And now we got a nice big long run.
Oh, yeah.
So, we'll see if somebody can
we already have Dirk 3 balls away.
Dirk, let's get this done, man. How about 11 grand in Dirk's pocket? I'm sure he wouldn't mind that.
On our first game? That'd be crazy.
That would be insane. Well, we got a great day of football here for you guys, and we got a great day of bingo. We got to go over all those shakeups in the Mega Bar Bingos. You also get an opportunity to get PGL points today, one of your 2 opportunities during the week. This Thursday, we got Virtual PyCon.
Oh.
It's a crazy week. You got Tuesday Bingo Palooza like we do every Tuesday. You got Virtual PyCon. We got this great game. And then next week, I think that's Monday Night Football.
Is this our Monday Night Football?
I believe that's our Monday Night Football. I'll double check that, but that's our Monday Night Football game.
And there's Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale, winning that in 58 balls. So you're getting that must-go prize of $61, Elsa. Good job. All of our winners of game number 1.
Yeah, it means we're getting enrolled for game number 2. Let's hit those Mega Bar Bingo player and location standings since we got a little bit of time.
Well, the little bit of shake-up in the Mega Bar Bingo player standings.
Yes.
In 9th place, we have a tie between Andy and Sizzler. Andy's moving from 10th place up to 9th place, tying it up with Sizzler and moving a bunch of people down.
Yeah, so that Andy wasn't even in our standings a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And now he's actually effectively knocked out players that have been in the top 10 for forever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got in 7th place, we have another tie between Mickey and Wolfstein. Then in 6th place, we have Forget You D. In 5th place, we have Mrs. T. In 4th place, Michelob. And this time, we have a 3rd place spot.
We do.
The tie was broken between the Yags.
Yes.
Yes, Mrs. Yags and Yags 370, if you haven't known, they have been stuck in a tie for about the past 3 weeks, it feels like.
Yeah, I think
at
so.
that second place spot. And finally, Mrs. Yags pulled off into 2nd place. That means Yags 370 is over in 3rd. And then in 1st place, we got Spanky over at American Legion Fridley.
Well, I saw in that first game, Yags 370 on our leaderboard. I think he's trying to get back.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to either move back into second or maybe he's going to push today to get all the way up and tie up Spanky or move past Spanky.
That'd be crazy.
Yes. We'll see what happens there, but that's big shakeups there in our player standings. Well, our Mega Bar Bingo location standings are in 8th place. We got a 3-way tie: VFW Austin, St. Cloud Eagles, and Monty's Sports Bar in Spring Lake Park. In 7th place, the Bar Hastings, that's over in Hastings. In 6th place, we got the Riverboat Depot in Sartell. 5th place, VFW Brooklyn Park. In 4th place, Eagles Awantana. In 3rd, American Legion Fridley. In 2nd, Neeson's Gaylord. And in 1st, Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards. Woo-hoo. Well, here's the thing. There wasn't any changes in that leaderboard as far as the numbers go. But when you look a little deeper in that, Neeson's Gaylord is now at 35,000 points. That means that they've cut that lead from Carboni's down to 8,000 points.
Oh,
right? American Legion Fridley's just 3,000 points behind them. Eagles of Wantana is just 1,000 points behind them. VFW Brooklyn Park is just 3,000 behind them.
Oh,
so
it's all super close race.
Yeah, so everything got a lot tighter over the last few days.
Yeah, I would love to see Neeson's Gaylord give Carboni's Pizza a run for their money.
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta be pushed a little bit to get your true greatness.
Competition breeds excellence.
Exactly. Well, we got under 30 seconds left to get enrolled in this game number 2 of 4 before the Vikings kick off with the Detroit Lions. It's just 25 cents a card. You can play up to 36 cards a game. Make sure you get enrolled. Make sure you push play. We say one more time, congratulations to our winners in game number 1.
Oh, yeah.
And
we got somebody checking in on Facebook. Oh. Good old Yags370. He's saying time to catch up.
Yeah, let's send him a little bit of luck on that catch-up move. Here we go. Yep, there you go.
There you go. Catch up to Mrs. Yags. Maybe pass her.
You didn't accidentally throw him Heinz 57. You sent him luck, right?
Oh, yeah. I sent him luck.
I heard the ketchup, and I thought, oh, maybe he sent him ketchup. Which is good for the burger.
Totally. That joke when you said I sent him, I went just right over my head.
There we go. Julie J at American. Oh, we got, and Buckaroo and Yags370. All getting that in on that line price. Buckaroo was at Falls Bar, Yags370 at Riverboat Depot, and Julie J at American Legion Monticello. And now we're moving on to this large M-shaped pattern. So we'll see what happens in that. And then that coverall jackpot is now at $11,722.
Man.
We're creeping up on $12K.
That is a lot of money right there.
Real fast. Well, we got Bop over at South Street Saloon in Mankato trying to get that large M out of the way for us in a hurry. Well, we got a few national days today.
We do have a few national days.
Yeah.
One is... I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to do.
I was going to say, I don't know what's happening right now. I thought maybe your eyes went
National Parents is Teachers Day.
You do maybe need to go see the eye doctor.
I do. I honestly think I may need some glasses. National Parents is Teachers Day encourages parents, parent-teacher organizations, and parents to join forces to support children in their educational goals. Right now, that's huge because so many kids are online all over the place. Like parents have had more influence in their kids' learning than it seemed like in forever, and so I think this is a huge day.
Oh, all of you parents that are out there being teachers right now doing a lot of home learning, I applaud you. That's great. Hey, Homeless getting a win. Always good to see Homeless get a win, as well as splitting that with, what's that? How would you say it? Squee? Let me see it again here.
I'd say squee.
Squee. Over at VFW Austin, and then we got Homeless at Duffy's Bar and Grill. So we are moving on to this $70 Must-Go prize, and there's Missy at American Legion Stillwater taking that Must-Go prize. That means our jackpot's going to continue to grow for game number 3. That's 58 balls, both first 2 rounds.
Oh,
so we'll see what happens. I think we're going to have some luck on this game number 3 of 4 and see how many minutes we got to enroll here. So yeah, parents as teachers, that's a huge thing right now. I know it puts a lot of stress on the family. I know there's a lot of people handling that really well and doing a great job with that. We applaud you guys out there. You may want to celebrate this day if you're one of those parents playing some bingo with us today with National Harvey Wallbanger Day. Well, that recognizes a fruity and spirited cocktail made with 3 parts vodka, 1 part Galliano, and 6 parts orange juice. Pour it into a highball glass and varnish it with an orange slice and a maraschino cherry. And there you go. You got a Harvey Wallbanger. And you can celebrate National Harvey Wallbanger Day. Or you could celebrate with another drink that's on our national.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you're more a little bit on the tired side of right now, and you need to wake yourself up, a little bit of National Cappuccino Day would be the day for you.
Yes.
It whips up a frothy hop cup of cappuccino. It's a perfect drink on a frosty morning, meeting with friends, or just enjoying a creamy cup.
Yeah. I like a good cappuccino. I usually just drink my coffee black, though.
Yeah, you more of just yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah.
I could not.
I was noticing on my coffee cup today because I got a shiny metallic cup.
Yeah.
The lights of the studio. You see how the lights of the studio shine on the coffee cup? I kind of like that.
Look at you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, so we are rolling into game number 3 here in just under 1.5 minutes. Make sure you get enrolled. Make sure you push play. Look at the total prizes are now over 12K. We got a bunch of you guys out there getting enrolled. Get all those cards you can because somebody's going to win a boatload of money real soon.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we had National Cappuccino Day, National Harvey Wallbanger Day, National Parents as Teachers Day, and kind of that builds off that National Parents as Teachers Day is this next educational day as well. It's National STEM or STEAM Day. Calls for full steam ahead. Oh! The day inspires kids to explore and pursue their interests in entertainment, and the STEAM-based franchise features 4 super smart girls who are part of a super secret spy organization called Nova 8. That's innovative. I don't even know what that. I thought it was just like an educational program, but then it started talking about like based franchise themes and superhero smart girls. So I don't.
Super smart. Oh, featuring 4 super smart girls, part of a super secret spy organization
called Nova 8. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know. At first I thought it was an educational thing, and now I'm thinking it's like a superhero thing. So
it might be an educational thing based off of what used to be a franchise series.
Okay. That may be.
That was.
I don't know. Maybe Nikki could check into that. Check in with us on the Nikki Network. Let us know on that. At first, I thought it was just straight educational. Then I saw superheroes. I mean, they had me at superheroes. That sounds interesting to me. Or
and
super
there's
spies.
Dan over at Monticello VFW and JoJo at Frank's Bar in St. Paul Park.
And we're moving into this large M-shaped pattern. $54 on that. This jackpot, we talked about it, might get close to 12K. Look at that. $11,996. Just $4 short of $12,000 if someone wins that in this round. I got Sunday and Swanee, Ace, Larry, and a bunch of you guys 4 balls away now. Missy joining them. Mrs. Yags out there getting into the action. Fred, Trisha, Tom, Betsy, bunch of you guys out there. Great to see you guys all out there playing. So
Fred and Trisha and Fred have been playing a whole bunch lately.
They have. I think they're making the big push right here at the end of the year. Maybe get some Christmas presents. I don't know. Yeah, maybe gonna win themselves.
Yeah, I mean, with a jackpot like this, I'd be playing too.
Absolutely. On a 25-cent card, I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that. See Sniffin' Joe and Mr. Nice Guy and Daisy May and Big M. So there we go.
Yeah, Big M's only now we got a whole bunch of people only 2 balls away. Misty, Lindy, Dirk, and Big M all 2 balls away. Yeah.
We are rolling. We're 40 balls into this. Still trying to get this large M shape out and then see if we can get this jackpot into somebody's hands. Well, we also have a bunch of celebrity birthdays. Any? Oh, there it is.
And there's Nick over at Aardvark's Bar and Grill. Good job, Nick.
Yeah, we do have a small run-up at this jackpot.
See, it's still very doable. They're 2 balls away, and we still have 2 balls to go.
Yeah, people are
and
in
it's
range.
a little behind most of the time.
Yep.
And we're going over to that $81 must-go coverall. A bunch of people real close on this. Let's see if it can happen.
Yeah, we'll see if
Will
we
it
can
happen at 48 balls again?
see here. Yeah,
yes!
it did.
Oh, look at that. Betsy over at Danny's Dugout in Sauk Rapids.
58 balls every time. 3 games in a row.
Oh, wow.
That is crazy. Well, we got one more chance before kickoff, and we roll into those 200 play games. We're going to play a 100 play game, $10 for 100 plays of top 10, which is our football theme game, and then we're doing top dog immediately following that, and we're going to play 200 play games straight, and it's got PGL points on the line as well as money, which is super fun. But we got one more game of Vikings bingo. Then immediately after those 200 play games, we're going to come back and play 4 more Vikings bingo games. So stay with us all the way. If this jackpot doesn't go out on this very game right here, that means that jackpot's rolling.
Yeah, you
over.
better stick around for those 4 more games.
Oh, yeah. You don't want your buddy to win that over $12,000.
Oh yeah, and then call off for work the rest of the week.
And he's calling you and say, "Hey, you remember when you left early and you didn't hang around for those more games?" And yeah, well, I'm calling in sick to work. So, do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I mean,
rough.
with a jackpot like this, I'd probably call off a week for work.
Right?
I'd be like,
Color me gone. I just won a jackpot.
well, I mean, this is our last game, so it might be time for us to get our Viking.
Yeah, we can
game
hold these celebrity birthday
predictions
stuff.
in.
Yeah, let's get that in. We got to get our Vikings in. We'll get off the Nicky Network. We'll get Tony and Nikki's predictions, and but we got to give ours as well. So let's start talking about it. Let's talk about these Lions. Let's talk
Lions,
about
Vikings. What are you thinking? My opinion is it's going to be a high offensive game where neither defense can really slow down the offense all that much.
Yeah.
I do give the Vikings the edge offensively and defensively.
Yeah.
So I think that it's going to end up being a pretty large margin win for the Vikings.
Yeah.
But I think Matthew Stafford will be able to take advantage of those young quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. We got just over a minute left to get enrolled in this next game. Yeah, I think that's an absolute great point. The fact that Matthew Stafford's going to play, like there was a lot of talk throughout the week because he had been exposed to someone with COVID.
Yeah.
And so he had to test negative for 5 straight days. So we really didn't know for, until this weekend whether Stafford was going to play or not. Stafford is going to play. So that's a big deal on the Lions side of things. Now, here's the other thing that I just, I've been thinking here. Every time we see Dalvin Cook play, he just looks simply like the best football player on the field.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and the Vikings line have been able to get downhill recently and really play.
Oh, great run blocking.
Yeah, just road grade blocking they've been doing a great job with. So my thought is, I mean, we don't give, it used to be we would give a running back MVP. But that just doesn't happen anymore. But if they still did, right, it wasn't just a quarterback award, then I think Dalvin Cook would have to be in the conversation for MVP.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he is an unstoppable force.
I mean, and the effect that he has on the team, I mean, you saw the week where we didn't have him, and then the week we do have him, it's just night and day.
Yeah, Madison's a great back, but he just can't even compare.
Oh, I mean, he's a great second string back.
Yes.
And I think he's super useful. I'm pretty up on, though, with an offense with Dalvin Cook, that they'll put up points no matter what.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go, here's my crazy, the line is 2.5, okay?
Okay.
For the Vikings. The Vikings, home field advantage in the NFL is about 3 points. So basically they're saying these two teams are equal.
See, there's Harps over at Eagles Owatonna. Good job, Harps.
And I think they're right because I think the offenses are pretty good. The defenses both are a little bit suspect on both teams, and so I think that's going to be something like that. So I'm going to go 28-27 Vikings.
Okay, I'm going 31-14 Vikings. Big win for the Vikings this week. I think that their defense will have a couple big plays. I think that they've been going up. They've had a really hard schedule this year, I feel like, especially going against offenses. And I think they really took a step up, even though it was a bad weather game, against a very all-around talented Packers offense.
Yes.
And they really limited them down.
Hey, look at that.
Trisha and Fred over at
Bootleggers.
Yeah.
Bootleggers Piers in Piers.
Yeah. Good job, Trisha and Fred. But yeah, I have a big win for Vikings this week.
Mrs. Yags is in range for this jackpot. That is at $12,260. We got a nice run up. Now a bunch of folks joining her, like Leonard Skinner, Atomic, Colleen S, and Share Bear. But Trisha moves up to 3 balls away.
See, it's close. Fred Trisha's 1 ball away.
Look at that. Let's hang in here.
Can it happen? Oh, and we're going over. That means it's rolling over to those next 4 games right after our 100-play games. Make sure you stick around for those 100-play games and play some 4 more Vikings bingo games after that. We got a $79 must-go coverall going to Fred and Trisha over at Bootleggers.
Piers, I would say. Yeah. Look, it didn't go out in 58. It went out in 59 this time. Yeah. So a little change up. But yeah, we're about to play this top 10 100 play game for $10. Make sure you get enrolled. Make sure you push play. You're gonna get PGL points on these next 2 games, these 200 play games.
Oh yeah, make sure you stick around. We'll be right back with you guys right after a small break. See ya. Hey.
Hey, how you guys doing? Good to see everybody getting enrolled in this 100-play top 10 game that we're getting running here in less than a minute. Well, we gave our 2 predictions.
Yes.
You had 31-14.
Yes.
Vikings. I had 28-27 Vikings. We got Tony's prediction as well. He's got Vikings 27, Lions 6.
Ooh, that's a big win.
That is a very big win.
That's a good win for the defense for the Vikings.
That would be a signature win right there for them if they were able to pull that off. And then Nikki has got Vikings 30, Lions 28, and another tight one. So there we go. That is well, we played 4 games of Vikings bingo if you weren't with us earlier, and that jackpot continued to grow the whole time. So make sure if you weren't here earlier, and if you were here earlier, you stick around for the 4 games immediately following these 200-play games, because that jackpot is over $12,000. And so we are now rolling here in top 10 100-play games. So yeah, you know what we haven't gotten into yet is those celebrity birthdays.
Yeah, we have not.
Yeah, let's take a look and see if there's anybody interesting in there.
Edmund Hawley, astronomer and mathematician, was born in 1656.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, our oldest birthday of today.
That is definitely the oldest one we got. Well, here's another one. Born in 1847. We just kind of got out of spooky season. But Bram Stoker, the novelist, wrote horror novels. He actually wrote the horror novel Dracula.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
I bet you he would have no clue that, like, Dracula would have expanded to the kind of character Dracula is now.
Yeah, I think, there's been so many different versions of Dracula now that, I'm sure he would have never guessed that would happen with his original novel. Well, just a couple minutes into this 100-play game of top 10, we got Big O out there in first place, in 6th place Starfish, in 7th place Slappy, in 8th place Mojo. We're going to have a lot of movement because we're just a few minutes in. We got Vicky in 2nd, Zach in 3rd, Mojo's now in 4th, and in 5th place John. So,
this one's a cool one. In 1922, Christian Barnard, is that how you say
Barnard,
it?
yep.
Yeah, surgeon. He performed the first heart transplant.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Wow, I mean, that's an impressive feat.
is.
I got too shaky of a hand to do any kind of heart surgery. Or
right?
something.
Well, and just the thing to do the first of something like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's innovative.
Yeah, it's innovative, and it's guts baseball. I mean, you're dealing with a human life there, you know?
Yeah.
So that's amazing. So that's pretty cool. Born in 1931 is Morley Safer. He's a TV journalist. I think of Morley Safer, I'm wondering, I think like he might have been on 60 Minutes. I just remember that name. I don't remember exactly, but I think Morley might have been on 60 Minutes. But yeah, TV journalist, born in 1931.
Let's see here. I think, he was 60 Minutes. He was the 60 Minutes guy.
All right. Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
We also got, let me think. I'm trying to see if there's any of them that I know. I don't know if I know any of these.
Yeah. I know one. Bonnie Raitt. She's a country singer born in 1949. Singer, musician, but she's a country singer. Yeah, I know Bonnie Raitt.
Let me see if I know a little bit of Bonnie Raitt. Oh, okay.
Redhead.
Yeah. I Can't Make You Love Me. Something to Talk About. Angels from Montgomery.
Yeah, that's the first one I always think of when I think of Bonnie Raitt is Something to Talk About. Let's give them something to talk about.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep. Hey, the games are kicked off here now on these noon start football games. So we'll give you the updates and we'll give you our predictions on all these first games before they get too far into them. It's not. We want to make sure they're super uninformed.
Yes.
So,
that's what we try to do.
That is the theme of it. Well, I'll throw out the first one here. We got Texans Jaguars. Where are you seeing this one go?
Texans, Jaguars.
Yeah.
Okay, so Texans have had a really rough season.
Yep.
And Jaguars, it hasn't been great for them as well either.
No, it's a little spotty there.
I think that the talent in the Texans offensive room, and I think I heard a couple statements from top defensive players on the Texans side that they were going to really perform. So I'm giving the Texans the edge up on this one. I think Deshaun Watson and that speedy receiving core that he has, I think will make a difference, and I'm going Texans on this one.
Yeah, there's probably a little more talent in the room over there with the Texans, but I'm going with the massive upset here. I don't know if it's a massive upset. They've both been playing pretty badly. I'm going with the Jaguars, going with a little Minshew magic coming through today and getting a win down there in Jaguar land. So we will see how that goes, but you got Texans, I got Jaguars.
Okay, next game.
Yes.
Giants-Washington.
I mean, who isn't glued to this game? These two powerhouse programs. I'm going to go Washington.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the defense. I think that they've got a little bit better defense than the Giants. But I wouldn't be surprised if that one goes either way. But I'm going to go Washington.
I've watched the Giants. They've been in a lot of these games that they played.
That was a tight game with the Eagles last week.
Yeah, they've lost in a lot of really close games, and I think that they've just found a way to lose. But I'm saying this week with the banged-up squad offensively that Washington has, it's just not full strength. The Giants are going to sneak a win right here, and they're going to have a real nice game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Daniel Jones is able to kind of have a nice little game out there, but he's going to have some pressure from that D-line for the Redskins.
Yeah. No, that's going to be the huge thing with him is if he can keep his turnovers down because he turns the ball over a lot.
Yeah, no, if he could fix that problem, he actually looks like a nice young prospect there.
Yeah, that's his biggest issue is that he just is always giving the ball to the defense.
Yep. For sure. Well, this next one's a pretty interesting game here. You got Ravens-Colts on the schedule as well. I mean, Ravens coming into the season, there was people predicting that they might even go 16-0 the season. And yeah, they've looked good. They haven't looked quite that good.
Well, I just saw on a recent thing that they just got a bunch of players off injury and COVID list.
Oh, okay.
And just back onto their defense. And so we're going to see a full, healthy defense this week.
Yeah. Well, in the Colts, kind of the same way, like people thought they were just a quarterback away. They were a quarterback away from doing great, and they picked up Phillip Rivers, savvy veteran, former All-Pro quarterback out there in San Diego. And he's come in and not really performed. I mean, I personally thought they might want to go to Jacoby Brissett even. But they haven't quite been there, but they still got one of the best offensive lines in the biz. They got a nice running back. They got some good wide receivers. They got a solid defense. So at any moment, the Colts could steal a game from a very good Ravens team.
Oh yeah.
So where do you think you're at with those two?
I'm gonna go with. I tell you what, I'm going with the upset.
Okay.
Colts. Ravens have been a little bit dysfunctional, and people have kind of gotten the book on Lamar Jackson. It seems.
Yeah.
It seemed that they've been able to figure out how to slow him down, keep him in the pocket, and force him to try to make accurate throws.
Yeah.
And I think that forcing him to make accurate throws is one of his weak suits.
Yep.
And that he's been really struggling this season. I mean, he's still a great quarterback this season.
But amazing talent. Well, he's looked like he was developing into a full all-round quarterback last year, and this year it looks like he's reverted back a little bit to that. Just a great athlete,
Yes, and that's what's kind of starting to define him as a quarterback, and he needs to be able to push himself out of that. I'm saying that Colts win this one off of having a good defensive scheme to go up around him, and that their offense will be able to put up some points.
Okay. Yeah, not a bad pick. I'm going to go Ravens, and I think they're going to win it with defense and just running downhill. I think they're just going to plan on just not even really trying to establish all that much of a pass game. Just get downhill in the run game and take it from there. Dominate the time of possession and see what they can get done. So I'm going to go Ravens on that one. We already picked the Lions and the Vikings. How about the Bears-Titans? Where do you see with that one?
See, I'm going with the Bears on this one. I think the Bears have been the better team this year so far. And, well, I think the Titans, they've had their ups and their downs. But I think on a consistency basis, even though the Bears haven't been necessarily all that, like great offensively, defensively, they're I think that's where you get a lot of your stability from.
Yeah.
And that's their defense is always playing really well. The matchup between Derrick Henry and them, I think, is a really good matchup. In their favor.
Okay.
And like they'll be able to get hits on Derrick Henry early. Make it so that he can't get that head of steam and just become that unstoppable like force that when he gets like that into that second level, when he breaks through that line, and he's just so hard to take down. I think that they'll be able to get hits on him before he can get to that speed, and I'm going Bears on this one.
All right. Well, it's not a bad pick. I mean, whenever you got the Bears defense, and I think at any time that offense could start clicking. You know, they switched quarterbacks, you know, kind of midway and through this first half of the season. And so whenever you do that, it just takes a little bit to get that all to click in usually. So we'll see with that. But I think Titans look like possibly early in the season, possibly the best team in the NFL. I mean, they just looked really strong. Then the last couple weeks they struggled. I look for a resurgence game out of the Titans. Them getting the win here today. You know, they get that nice mix of run and play action pass, keep the Bears a little bit off on their heels, I should say. And then they got a good solid D that can take care of the Bears as they're still trying to figure out their sea legs out there in Chicago. But hey, there's Mad Dog in first place right now. We got Starfish in 6th. In 7th is Zach. In 8th is Big O. And then in 9th is Shu. We also, in 2nd place, we have Carrie. In 3rd place, Not Lucky. Seems a little lucky being in 3rd place. In 4th place is Becky. In 5th is Big D. Looks like we got, for most folks, quite a bit of plays still left. A few of you guys getting a little bit short on the plays, but we got 18 minutes left to get your 100 plays in. So keep playing. We'll keep checking in on that leaderboard and keep running through these early games in the NFL. We just got 3 left on the early games here. We got Panthers Chiefs.
Panthers Chiefs. That's an interesting one for me. Christian McCaffrey, he's back.
Right.
You have they've been playing really well without him.
Yes.
And is the addition of him gonna elevate them to a contender level team? That's what the question is.
Right.
And can they keep long drives and keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands?
I mean, that's going to be the key for them. I think that's what most teams that are playing the Chiefs these days saying. I mean, that's kind of what the Titans did in the AFC Championship game last year when they went out and got that big early lead. They just went on long drives, scored points, kept the Chiefs off the field, did nice on defense, getting them in 3 and outs and stuff. And that worked for a while, and then Mahomes happened.
Yeah, I mean, he could score in a hurry. I mean, that's what he does. But I'm going to lean Panthers this week. I think Panthers, Chiefs go on these little hot streaks, and then somebody comes in, and usually they'll get them. They'll sneak a win in like the Raiders did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it refocuses up the Chiefs, and I think the Chiefs are on like that high right now, and that they're going to be just reminded that other teams can win against them. And so I'm going to say Panthers this one. They're a really good team that gets overlooked a lot.
Yes. Well, Matt Rule's done a nice job, I think, in his first year there. Coming from the college game to the pros, adjusted very nicely.
I think Teddy Bridgewater, he's playing some of his best football. And I think with the addition of Christian McCaffrey having that safety net running back, I think it's going to look really nice for them. So I'm going Panthers in this one.
I'm just going to go with the best team in the NFL. I'm going to go with Kansas City Chiefs. So
I mean, that's probably the better pick.
That's the smart money, but I do appreciate, and I do think the Panthers are a good team. We'll see what happens today. Maybe Nikki will check in. I know she's a Panthers fan. Maybe check in and let us know what her pick is on this game as well. And we've got 2 more games to pick. We got the Seahawks and the Bills. I'll tell you what. I've been having you go first every time, and
Yeah.
so I'll take a look at it. Seahawks and Bills. This is an interesting game because again, Bills looked really super strong at the beginning of the season.
Yes.
You had Josh Allen surprisingly looking like an MVP quarterback.
Oh yeah, it looked like a race between the two quarterbacks on these two teams. It
Yes.
looked like it was an MVP race between Russell Wilson and Josh Allen.
Well, one of them still looks like an MVP.
Oh
right?
yeah, and the other one looks more like a good starting NFL quarterback.
Exactly. Well, and he's been historically about a 57 completion percentage quarterback.
Yeah.
Josh Allen. He looks like he's sliding back. He was up in the 70.
Oh,
percent.
yeah.
He's sliding back into where he's normally been. All right. So I don't think he's like falling off a cliff.
No.
They were good with him as a 57 percent completion.
Oh yeah,
quarterback.
especially with he has the ability to take off with his legs too.
Yep. So,
And that defense, I don't understand their defensive woes right now.
Yeah.
Because it's a good defense.
It is.
I think that's been the biggest issue is their defense has been struggling a little bit.
Absolutely, and so Seahawks, the defense always seems to be struggling since the last couple years.
Yeah.
This year in particular, they statistically are one of the worst defenses in the NFL, but they just keep winning because I think they got the best player in football.
Yeah.
It's either Mahomes or it's Russell Wilson. You got to say those are the two best. I think for most people.
I mean, if you're talking about just guy that's just taking over team,
Yeah.
I know that Russell Wilson can do this just like with a horrible team and just lead them to because he's got good receivers.
Yeah.
It's probably the first time in a while that he's had actual really nice talent all around in the receiving
DK
core.
Metcalf is crazy.
I mean, the complementary pieces of DK and Tyler Lockett has been absolutely great. He doesn't need a good offensive line because he can scramble around.
Right.
I don't know if Patrick Mahomes could do what Russell Wilson's doing just because it's Russell Wilson. It would be hard to see. It's kind of like what we saw with Drew Brees when he won a Super Bowl. I don't know if any other quarterback could have won a Super Bowl with that team.
Right. No, they're just those kind of guys that they could just do everything just right.
Oh yeah,
with precision, with accuracy, in Russell Wilson's case in particular, he could just buy some time.
Oh yeah,
he's not,
and then he doesn't get hit.
Yeah. Oh, I know it. It's just amazing. So, anyways, yeah. So that's a good pick. Going with the Seahawks. I'll go Bills. Just because they've had a few down weeks. Again, I guess that's my theme of the week this week.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a little bounce back from some of these teams. I think Seahawks are a little bit due for a loss. I think the Bills are a little bit due for a win. So no really good football logic wise this would happen.
Yeah.
But just Bills get a win today over the Seahawks. That's where I'm going to go with that. Well, last one of this early games was Broncos Falcons.
Oh, I mean, just a little update. It looks like that. Oh, never mind. Just there was a little thing that popped up on my screen that said that the Panthers-Chiefs game got delayed, and then I was like, oh. No, never mind. It got started.
Oh.
It must have been just a little. Okay,
but
Broncos-Falcons.
Yep.
I think this is a really good matchup. I think that the Broncos are the more talented team, but the Falcons are the more experienced team.
Yes.
And so that's what you got to put in. Which team do you think is going to, because, I mean, football in the NFL is about a game of who makes the least amount of mistakes. And young players, I mean, as they're learning, they're trying to get their feet under them, they're going to make a couple mistakes. Those veteran guys, they make very few mistakes.
Yep.
So I'm going to go Falcons on this one. I think that Matt Ryan, Julio, since they've had Julio Jones back, they've looked like a lot different team.
Yeah.
Julio Jones, he draws the double coverage. He opens up other things in the offense. I think that it was huge for them to get him back. So I'm going Falcons this week.
All right. Yeah, no, that's definitely a good pick. Well, I'm going to go. I saw Drew Lock dancing out there on the field.
Oh, he's feeling good today.
He's feeling good. And so I'm going to go with Drew Lock feeling the luck and feeling the love out there in the field and getting it done out there for the Broncos, getting the win over the Falcons. We will see as all these games play out. I also did get in off the Nikki Network that she is going against her beloved Panthers
Oh.
and going with the Chiefs today. So we'll see as all those games play out. We can give you those updates, but right now I want to give you the update in your game. You got just over 10.5 minutes left to play in this first 100-play game of top 10. And that in first place is Lunchbox. In second place, Mad Dog. In third place is Squee. In fourth place is Big O. And in fifth place is Mando. Oh, yeah, they got the Mandalorians back going second season.
Oh, yeah.
In sixth place, we got Carrie. In seventh place, we got GD Ziki. You got in eighth place, CJE. And in ninth place, Zach. I checked the plays here. Everybody in the top 5, it looks like, has used up all their plays.
Little update on the Vikings-Lions game. Vikings score first on a drive where there seemed to be simply like no mistakes.
Wow.
Kirk Cousins went 2 for 2 for 44 yards, and Dalvin Cook on 3 carries, averaging 7.7 yards per carry, had 23 yards and a TD. So, I mean, there was a lot of
That's a winning formula for the Vikings.
Oh, yeah, and both their receptions were 22 yards. So the
wow.
2 completions were 22 yards. So Kirk Cousins on a 22 completion, 22 yards per completion right now. It's looking really nice for the Vikings.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Starfish just jumping into our top 9 down there in ninth place has some plays left. Looks like the only one on our top 9 with some plays. There may be some folks that are able to move into that top 9 that aren't showing up yet with some plays. Right now, Starfish is the only one with some plays left. We'll see if Starfish can make some noise out there. Yeah, let's get updates on all these games here. It's 7-7 with the Texans and Jaguars. 3-0 Giants up in Giants versus Washington football team. The Ravens are down 0-7 to the Colts. And as you just said, the Vikings are up 7-0 on the Lions. It's 0-0 Bears Titans, 6-0 Panthers. I don't know if I'm guessing that's a touchdown, and we may get an extra point on that one. Panthers over the Chiefs at the moment. Bills are up 7-0 on the Seahawks, and the Falcons are up 3-0 on the Broncos. I think it looks like you're kind of kicking my tail right now on these.
And predictions-wise, I'm killing it.
Yeah, you are really
But
good
I
early.
have learned throughout this NFL season that whoever has the first half lead usually loses. I don't know how.
This season has been that way for
sure.
Yeah, there is no lead safe in the NFL. Well, we'll go over those when we get into our next top dog 10 100-play game here. We will get into the 3 o'clock games and get our predictions on those. But we'll save those for that. And we got just over 7.5 minutes left to get enrolled, or not get enrolled, but get your 100 plays in. Starfish still does have some plays left, moved up into 8th place now. That's our only movement out there on the board. Everyone else has used up all their plays. Lunchbox is still sitting atop with Bad Dog in 2nd and Squeak in 3rd. So we will see if anyone else can jump into those top 9.
Oh, yeah.
And this does have $127 for 1st through 5th in this top 10 game. And then in 6th through 10th, we have $88 for each one of those 6 through 10 players.
Oh, yeah.
So,
do you like The Mandalorian?
I do like The Mandalorian.
Have you watched it?
I watched the first season. And then I haven't watched the new season yet.
I haven't watched the new season yet, but I did very much enjoy the first season.
Yeah.
I haven't necessarily been a huge fan of the new Disney remake, not remakes, but additions to the Star Wars series.
Yeah.
And I thought this show was the first time where I actually enjoyed something that Disney did Star Wars-wise.
Oh, yeah.
I think they did an okay job with Solo.
Yep.
But all really the rest of them that have been additions to the like storyline of like Skywalker and stuff
Right,
like that, I
right.
haven't really enjoyed that much.
I mean, I just like it. I thought they were fun. There may be technical issues or whatever with with the new Star Wars. I've enjoyed them all, but the Mandalorian I liked a lot.
Oh yeah, I thought they did a really nice job with the Mandalorian.
Yeah, for sure. I watched that first touchdown score for the Panthers. There it was a nice screenplay from Teddy Bridgewater to Christian McCaffrey. Getting him involved early.
That's good to see Christian McCaffrey back out there.
Yep. So it was a nice play for them, a little screenplay.
Well, it's so funny because Christian McCaffrey played it was a crazy percentage of snaps last year.
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, he was super durable. Starfish still with a little bit of play left. Now moving up into 7th place. The only thing really moving out there on our top 9 board. We still got Lunchbox in first, Mad Dog in second, and Squeak in third. Big O in fourth, Mando in fifth. Carries in 6th. Starfish, like we say, now in 7th place. GD Zicky in 8th, and CGJE in 9th. See if anybody else can move into that top 9 and see if Starfish keeps moving up the board.
Christian McCaffrey was on 93.35% of the snaps last season.
Wow. Yeah, he's been durable, but then had a little bit of injury mishap this year, and we'll see if he can get back into the mix. Davis did a nice job in his absence. Sometimes you just don't even know what all that player does in the mix and the change.
Exactly.
You know?
I mean, he is such an all-around back when it comes from receiving, running, just every single aspect of the game he really thrives in. Mm-hmm. And I think that there's a reason that he plays 93% of the snaps.
Yeah.
It's because he's a star running back. He was in the case of MVP last year.
Exactly. Like we talked about, running backs don't really get into that conversation very often. I think it's a lot like, Madison and Cook. Like when Cook's in there and he's doing great, and then they throw Madison in and he gets a big run, we all go, wow, I think Madison's as good as Cook.
Yeah.
And then when Cook's out and Madison has to take over those duties, you go, he's good.
But he's not
Dalvin Cook. Yeah. So, but hey, we're still moving through. Got just over 3.5 minutes left to get all your 100 plays in here. Lunchbox still holding on to first place. Starfish, the only one I think in the top 9 there with any plays, has moved all the way up to 7th place. See if these last few plays they can make any further movements. But
everybody's pretty much done with plays besides Lunchbox. Well, Lunchbox is done.
Yeah.
Lunchbox in first.
Starfish.
Starfish. That's what I meant.
Yep.
Starfish looks done now.
Oh, yep. I think Starfish used
up their plays. So I think our entire top 9 has used up all their plays. If there's anybody outside the top 10, use your plays up now so then you can try to squeak into that top 10.
Well, there's got to be somebody out there with plays because it just automatically shuts down if all the plays get used.
Oh, yeah.
So there's someone outside the top 9 with plays, and they could actually move into that top 9.
See if they can do it.
Yeah, I'm interested. You got me hooked. I'm waiting for you. So let's get those plays in and see what happens. Any new updates on the games? No. We did have a couple other celebrity birthdays. Born in 1933, we had Esther Roll, actress, and in 1968, Courtney Thorne Smith. That's got to be a fairly recent actress there. I just don't know the name. Probably would recognize the face.
I'm going to look her up.
Courtney Thorne Smith. I think there's the Titans are just got a score to break that 0-0 tie with the Bears. Now they're up 3-0 in that game. The Texans are up now 10-7 over the Jaguars. It's still 3-0 Giants over the Washington football team, and the Colts still 7-0 over the Ravens.
Oh, she's Courtney Thorne Smith. She's been in a lot of recent things, but she seems to be more of stuff that I haven't really watched. There's Summer School, the chairman of board. She was really big in looks like early 2000s.
Okay, I don't recognize any of those movies, but I'm sure she does a great job. We got the Vikings now going up 13-0, and let's see here. I'm guessing we're waiting an extra point that they scored another touchdown. Let's see on this.
How they do statistic-wise?
Yeah, so it's another touchdown. So we're waiting the extra point here on that. So I think it's going to go to 14-0. Looks like Kirk Cousins on this. He scored to a touchdown, and Dalvin Cooks ran for a touchdown. So everything is going exactly according to plan. It looks like that I can see. We got Adam Thielen with a catch
he's
for 30.
4 for 4 now.
Yeah, he's playing really well.
And it seemed like they are now using Irv Smith and Kyle Rudolph just as the interchangeable.
Yeah, exactly.
Tight ends now.
And I'll tell you what, when you got two that high quality of tight ends, that's a force in the NFL because it creates mismatch with the linebackers. Very hard for guys to be able to cover. If you either put a DB on him that maybe has better coverage skills.
He's too big.
And he's too big. You put a linebacker on him that has the size to compete with that tight end, but he doesn't have the coverage skills, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a mismatch when you got quality tight ends like Kyle Rudolph and Irv Smith Jr. It's a good luxury to have, and it looks like we're getting that offense really starting to cook. Kevin Stefanski stepping out and going over to the Browns. I think the mix had to be figured out a little bit. With Gary Kubiak coming in, and it looks like they're starting to get their legs. Here we are. We got 0 time left. The tabulators are doing the final tabulations. Looks like Lunchbox over at Steve-O's in Crystal is going to take home the win out there. But, of course, our whole top 10 we get money. The first through 5 will get 127, and it is Lunchbox.
Good job, Lunchbox over at Steve-O's Crystal. Taking home $127.
Yeah, along with everybody in the top 5 and everybody in the 6 through 10 taking $88 home. So congratulations to all of our winners, and we'll be getting enrolled for this next 100-play game. These are PGL points on both these games. They do count for the season, so make sure you get enrolled. And we're going to cut out here take a little short break in between games, and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to playing some Top Dog. I see 150 of you guys out there playing. Good job getting enrolled.
Yeah, we're going to be playing some Top Dog 100 plays for just $10. Make sure if you haven't gotten enrolled and pushed play yet, you do so before this 40-some seconds gets used up. You got a little bit of time, but you're going to have to move real fast to get in on this. And then immediately after this, we're going to play 4 more games of Vikings Bingo with a jackpot that's well over $12,000 on a 25-cent card.
Well, this is for PGL points.
Yes, it is.
So we should let the people know what the PGL standings are at the moment.
Yes.
Well, right now our PGL locations stand at in 10th place, Roseville VFW. In 9th place, we have Valley Lanes in Spring Valley. In 8th place, we have Vic's Bar and Grill in Moorhead. In 7th place, we have the Sunset Grill in Spring Lake Park. In 6th place, St. Cloud Moose Club. In 5th place, Shep's on 6th in Brainerd. Then in 4th place, was in 6th place, is Neighbors Pub Dover in Dover Mills. Wow, they've really jumped up lately in this ranking. So,
we'll have to see if some more movement happens today.
Oh, yeah. Then in 3rd place, we have La Playette. In 2nd place, we have Cabin Bar. They just passed La Playette to get into that 2nd place spot.
Right.
In 1st place is Neighborhood Tavern in Effie.
Those locations have been doing awesome. Our PGL player standings, the top 10 players in the state of Minnesota in the Pilot Gambling League is in 10th place. New again, I should say, to the top 10 is Brizo at the Underground Bar and Grill. In 9th place is I Am the Fortunate One over at Shore 96. In 8th place is Ramrod over at Spare Time Lanes. In 7th place, Bones at Duffy's Bar and Grill. In 6th place, Drumskeet at the Underground Bar and Grill. In 5th place, Worksies at the St. Cloud Moose Club. The next 4 through 1, are in a special elite club. They are in our million-point club.
The million-point club.
A million points.
1 million.
Exactly. There you go. Well, the number 4 and number 3 players just entered this week into that million-point club. And that's Mick Bessa over at Shore 96. And in 3rd, also moving into that million-point club is Forget You D over at Eagles Austin. Okay, again, a little factoid about Forget You D is that the only player in the state of Minnesota to be in both of our top 10 boards. They're both in the Mega Bar Bingo top leaderboard and the PGL top board. So there you go. Forget You D, Mr. Bingo. In 2nd place is former champion, season 6 champion, Sarah Honey over at Eagles Austin. And then, of course, in 1st place, one of our favorite players out there, Cancer Sucks over at Clearwater Corners. She's been holding on to that 1st place spot for a long time.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Sarah Honey was right on her tail.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and all of these players are in that million-point club, so anything could happen. This season's going to wind up before the new year starts, so we're getting down to crunch time. It's kind of like playoffs, like how we're in the playoffs right now our football team. These guys are in the playoffs. It's no time to take a Sunday off or take a Tuesday off. You got to be in it to win it. So they got to stay focused in getting after it. Both times during the week when you can earn those PGL points. So that's our top 10 players and locations in the state of Minnesota in the Pilot Gambling League. Congratulations to all of our top players and locations, and way to go. Well, let's see here. You know what?
We got Lindy in 1st, Ace in 2nd. In 6th place, we have Lori. 7th place, Jay Capper. In 8th place, Steven. In 9th place is Trisha Fred.
Nice.
And then in 3rd place, we got Mikey. 4th place, Becky. And 5th place, Jake Capper.
Nice.
Yeah. What's our little update on the NFL games we got going on?
What I got currently here is, do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got Texans 10, Jaguars 7. I got Giants in the Washington football team. It's 9-0 Giants. In the Ravens Colts, 7-7. Lions Vikings, it is 13-0, all Minnesota. In the Bears Titans, woohoo, Skol. In the Bears and the Titans, 3-0 Titans. Panthers are up 7-3 on the Chiefs at the end of the first quarter. In the Seattle Seahawks versus Bills, Bills 14, Seahawks zippo. In the Broncos versus the Falcons, Falcons 10, Broncos 0. So that's where we're currently standing. Most folks are either at the beginning of the second quarter or at the end of the first, right in that area is where most of those
Wow, that was a
games are.
defensive touchdown for the Vikings.
Oh, was that the Vikings? Oh.
I mean, not Vikings. I mean, for the Ravens.
Ravens. That's what I thought it
Yeah.
was. And then it was like, oh, Vikings? No.
Yeah, no. Ravens. Yeah, I just got Vikings
It's
on the brain.
you got purple versus blue in both those games.
Yeah, you do.
Yes. So we'll see if purple can prevail in all games over blue today.
Well, that's what you predicted.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of change of blue wins against the Ravens and purple wins against the Lions.
Right. We'll see who if purple was just the color to go with today.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping so. But we got Lindy, Sharina 2, gift links, Sharina and Vikings win all in the top 5 currently.
Ooh.
We're just we still got 23 and a half minutes left to play on these 100 play games. There should be a lot of movement. We got Ace, Jody RN all in that top 9, and we'll keep you guys talking about what is going on in that top 9 and where the plays are at.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got some wonderful afternoon games.
Yes.
Yeah. You want to talk about those?
Let's do it.
Oh, Raiders, Chargers. Both LA teams.
Yeah. Well, Raiders now are Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, Las
Raiders.
Vegas. The Las Vegas Raiders.
The beautiful new Las Vegas.
I always keep on.
home.
I forgot that.
Yeah, for the Raiders. Yeah, I know. Well, the Raiders, L.A., Oakland to L.A. to Oakland to Las Vegas. Yeah,
Yes.
The Raiders have been a very mobile team over the years.
So we got two pretty good teams been looking up. What are you thinking?
Well, I tell you what, I mean, really, Carr has been looking like he's returning to that all-pro, Derek Carr that we saw a few years ago.
Yes.
And he's really looked great there with the Raiders. They've got a nice run game going as well. Their defense has not been, over the top, one of the best defenses in the league, but solid, And they've just been a good, solid performer. Chargers, I'll tell you what, that rookie quarterback, okay, I
Justin
think
Herbert.
Herbert wasn't projected to be that top quarterback out of this class.
Mm-hmm.
You had Joe Burrow above him, you had Tua above him, and a lot of folks thought, well, maybe the Chargers overdrafted him, all that kind of stuff. But he's come out. He's showed that he's got some legs to run around a little bit. He's got a hose to throw the ball, and he's just looked good every week.
This may be a lot to put on a guy, but he kind of reminds me of a young Patrick Mahomes. How Patrick Mahomes was playing when he first came into the league.
He is. He
didn't have the same kind of intro as Patrick Mahomes did, where he had a year to learn and stuff like that.
Right.
But I think this is the way he's learning, and he's doing well with what he's got.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's an exciting young player. But I think the experience of Gruden and Carr, I think the Raiders get the win in this one today.
Okay, well, I'm going to go opposite of that.
Okay.
And I'm going to go Chargers because I think Chargers have a little bit of spark to them. Their offense is has weapons all over.
Yeah,
between Mike Williams and Keenan Allen at the receiving core. I think they're really dangerous. I think that their Chargers defense has been getting better and better, learning how to play without Joey Bosa.
Yep.
And so I am going Chargers on this one.
Nice. Oh, yeah. You could go either way. I think the Chargers are just a nice team, just between injuries and a little young in the tooth in a few places. we'll see how that goes. But
oh,
they can
yeah,
win
you
every
add
game.
Joey Bosa and Eckler to this team, it is a dangerous team.
Oh, yeah. No one, if they can make their way into the playoffs, no one wants to see them if they can get healthy late.
Oh, yeah.
No, so here's actually two interesting young teams as well. Dolphins, Cardinals. What do you think of that?
Well, this is interesting because this is Tua. He's
Yep.
going to finally get a chance to play with, I think he'll get a little bit less reins on it.
Yeah.
Where against the Rams, it was all just get the ball out as quick as you can. We don't want him taking those hits from Aaron Donald.
Right.
Where the Cardinals don't necessarily have the same pass rush
Right,
that the Rams have.
Yep.
And so I think that they're going to give a little bit more power to Tua, but I don't think it's going to be good. I think
Okay.
that I think Tua he's new. He's gonna struggle figuring out. They have really good DBs over between Bubba Baker and Patrick Peterson.
Yep.
Patrick Peterson, he's a little long in the tooth, but he's still very good technical cornerback.
True. Yeah.
And he just doesn't have that explosive athleticism that he used to have.
Yep.
But I think that Kyler Murray with DeAndre Hopkins has been pretty much an unstoppable duo this year.
Yep.
And I watch Kyler Murray, and as much as I'm up on Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray gives me those same kind of vibes.
Yeah.
When I'm watching him play, I just see he doesn't take hits.
Right.
He scrambles around and he extends plays with his legs, but he doesn't necessarily run all the time.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of similarities between him and Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Kingsbury appears to be a better pro coach than he was a college coach.
Oh, it does
Yeah.
seem like that.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job down there. Kyler Murray is an exciting young player to watch. That's for sure. I mean, Offensive Rookie of the Year last year, and they got an exciting offense for sure. And down in Miami, I really like what Flores is doing
I mean,
down
they
there.
win.
Yeah, they just win football games. That defense is strong. I think what they said to Tua last week is, we don't really need you to win this game. Just manage, go out there for your first game, get your legs underneath you. We got this with the defense against a really good Rams team. So,
yes.
I mean, 2 years ago they were in the Super Bowl. They had a little bit of a down year last year. They're back playing really nice football. And so that was a nice win for them. I do think you're right that they probably start stripping the reins off a little bit off of Tua.
Yes.
At him. He's got to show what he's got in these last 8 games of the year.
Yeah, because we have to know if it's him, if it's just a really good team.
Yep.
And that's why they're winning.
Yep.
Because I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick was playing amazing with this team.
Oh yeah,
You sat him for Tua. Tua has to prove that he's going to be the better person, especially if they're going to make the playoffs.
At this point in the two players' careers, there's no doubt in my mind that Fitzpatrick's the better player right now.
Yeah.
Tua just doesn't have the experience, doesn't have all that. In the way Fitz was playing, I mean, there's no doubt that he was playing well in the top of his game. And we all know when Fitz is playing at the top of his game, he is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. Super smart, Ivy League guy, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Has the highest Wonderlic score, all that kind of stuff. So no doubt about that. So they went with Tua to say, okay, what do we have here?
Exactly.
But I believe in Tua. I think he is a good player. What he's got to be, though, is, people want him to be because of his small stature. They want him to be a Russell Wilson, or they want him to be a Kyler Murray, he's not that player. He's got to be, he's got to be in the mold of a more pocket quarterback that's a little bit shorter and can get the ball out in rhythm and timing. He's got a super quick release. So as long as he can see, he's got mammoths in front of him, and he's got to throw. But he had that at Alabama as well.
Oh yeah.
So I think he can make these throws and get this done. I think he can be a good quarterback, and I think they're going to manage his release into the NFL. And I think Flores is going to do a nice job with that. And so I'm going to go Dolphins over Cardinals with that they continue the Tua project, and Tua keeps on rising to the occasion.
He comes up with the reins being taken off a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think they're going to just completely release him.
Oh,
this
no.
week. Yeah, I think they'll just keep on managing it, help him kind of grow. He's still coming off that hip injury. He's still, getting into the groove.
Mm-hmm. I still think we're gonna see him get the ball off his hands quickly, but I think that's going to be more based on what his skill set is, and less based on a worry of him taking hits.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's a Drew Brees type of player anyways, so
yeah.
they got to give him those opportunities where he can use his quick release and get the ball out accurately. He's an accurate thrower of the football, and he can do that. He can get that job done. So, I mean, when you talk about a Hall of Famer like Drew Brees, you can't. I always pause a little bit when I say, he's a Drew Brees type player. He's just that style of player. We'll see if he lives up to those kind of expectations.
Oh yeah, and I mean, that's what the trend has seemed to be, that there's a lot more players right now that can play in that short quarterback type role than what we used to be able to see.
Well, and I think as offenses have spread out a little bit more, that it's opened up throwing lanes for shorter quarterbacks, and a lot of them though have been able to move. When you think back, even through history of time, right? When you think of Michael Vick, you think of Fran Tarkenton, you think of, the shorter quarterbacks. Other than Drew Brees, it's hard to think of short quarterbacks that weren't super mobile that have been able to make it work. So Tua is in a very tight window of not many guys have been able to do what his skill set is. Drew Brees showed us that it's possible. That it is possible. We'll see if
there's not a lot of Drew Breeses out there.
There's not a lot of Drew Breeses. There's a lot more. And there's still not a lot of these guys either, but there's a lot more of the Michael Vicks, the Fran Tarkentons, the Kyler Murrays, the Russell Wilsons, the Steve Youngs, that are a little bit shorter and can move around a little bit, and then they can throw those passes. So all of it's rare, but one of them's super rare, and we're going to see if Tua can be super rare. But I'm rooting for him. Seems like a nice young man, and we'll go. Well, this is a classic matchup here.
Oh, this is one of those matchups where I wish they could be fully healthy, and everything be all set together, because I think it would be a really fun game.
Oh yeah,
that way.
Well, and I mean, growing up in the '70s, when I was a little kid, when you said Steelers Cowboys, that was the Super Bowl so many times, and it would just felt like those are the two best teams in the NFL. The Steelers won those 4 Super Bowls with Terry Bradshaw, the Steel Curtain. You had Lynn Swann and John Stallworth and all those guys. But then on the other side, you had Roger Staubach. You had all those Dorsett and all the great players. Ed Too Tall Jones over the Cowboys. So you had these two mammoth teams. Well, the Steelers throughout the years have kept that going with that greatness. Cowboys have had years of greatness, years of down, years of greatness, years of down. And then we came into this season thinking, well, the Cowboys, they have all this talent, they should win.
Offensively, we were looking for one of the best offenses in the league.
Yeah. And what people weren't 100% sure of until the injury happened to Dak Prescott was Dak Prescott just a straw in the drink, or was he the straw that stirred the drink? Well, it turns out he was the straw that stirred the drink.
Oh gosh, I mean, I don't think anybody can do much with that offensive line right now with how banged up it is.
Well, that offensive line's banged up. Then you get your second string quarterback, who's been an all-pro in the past as well. And then he gets banged up, all right? And now we're into our third strings. We got,
good old Ben DiNucci.
Yeah, we got DiNucci out there. And nothing against DiNucci, but, I mean, that's just a hard
going from third string where you're mostly doing scout team looks for the starting defense. You're really not working on the actual playbook all that often. I think that moving into that starting role, having to pick up that offensive playbook is a lot more difficult.
Yeah. Oh, a little trick play for the Bears, picking up a first down. It looks like out there on some special teams trickeration, keeping the Bears drive alive on a fake punt. Kind of a fun play to see there. Well. Cancer Sucks is checking in with us on Facebook saying hello from Clearwater Corners. Hey, guys, how you doing out there at Clearwater Corners? Yeah. We're going to send you some luck. All right, pile me up.
Stack you up. Boom, 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 boom.
Here we go, Cancer Sucks in Clearwater Corners. I'm sending a bunch of luck with my patent pending long snap luck throw, and there it comes right towards you guys. Hope that does you guys some good.
I think your long snap does better on game days.
It does. It seems to be locked in a little bit more than I'll get that official time ranking here as soon as that comes in.
So, but Cowboys Steelers.
Yeah, so Cowboys Steelers. I just don't even think that this is going to be actually close.
I mean, I think this is going to be the one game that we choose the same people.
Yeah, I mean, the Steelers are an absolute machine. I think a lot of times teams take on the personalities of their coach, and Mike Tomlin has got those guys with a defensive mentality, and then they got some strong offensive players that can get the job done. Savvy veteran in Ben Roethlisberger. They got good receivers. There's one thing: the Steelers draft wide receivers. Like they know how to draft wide receivers every time. And so they've got all kinds of good things on the offense, and then that defense just has a attitude, and they've got a nice attitude that you like to see. They are coming downhill and in your face, and so I say Steelers with the win. I think it's not even going to be close. The Steelers take the Cowboys out. So that's my pick on that. Look at Yags, 370 in first place out there with under 10 minutes left to play. In second place, we got Greg S. In third, Ace. In fourth, we got New is Abler. And then in the fifth place, we got Mikey. In sixth place, we got Not Lucky. In seventh place, Janet. In eighth place, Scary. And in ninth place, Lindy. So you got... just under 9 minutes left to get your plays in. It looks like a bunch of our folks on the leaderboard have used up most of their plays. Greg S. got a little bit. Mikey's got a little bit out there. In our top 5, we'll see if anybody is able to jump in from outside. Janet's got quite a few plays out there in 7th place. We'll see where that ends up. But that's our top 9 currently on the leaderboard.
Oh, yeah. Well, we should let them know what this day in history is.
Oh, let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, in this day in history, in 1895, physicist Willem
Conrad,
Ron...
I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. Rontgen, I would say. Yeah.
Becomes the first person to observe X-rays, a significant scientific advancement that would ultimately benefit a varying amount of fields.
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of fields obviously utilizing X-rays. Probably the most known we think about is medicine and dentistry and those.
Oh, kind of yeah, I mean, like that's crazy. That that on today in 1859, the first person to observe an X-ray.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, you just think if you make the invisible visible to us, and so you can just make a lot better decisions.
Oh, and I can't even imagine medical decisions without X-rays nowadays.
Yeah. And now we have the MRI too, that helps us to see that invisible in other ways.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of cool medical advancements those ways. But on this day in 1895, there we go, the first visible X-ray.
I see Yags 370 over in first place. He checked in earlier. He's out of plays.
But we got him some luck, and look at it. Looks like it's
paying off. Janet still has some plays left, and Mickey has at least a couple plays left over in 5th place.
I think Greg S. may have one or two as well.
Can he catch Yags 370?
We'll see. Sometimes those movements happen late.
Yeah, and Janet's got a good amount of plays.
Yeah.
Not a great, but good.
Yeah, we're going to see. It all depends on the play. Like the play.
Oh, yeah. Does the play make a lot of money?
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of points.
There it is. Well, I went with Steelers and the Steelers Cowboys. Which
I'm going to have to go Steelers. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to go against the Steelers. They were undefeated this season. Are they the only undefeated team left this season?
I think so.
Yeah, the only undefeated team, and they're going up against a very rattled right now Cowboys team.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much going good for the Cowboys, and so I think that they just are going to work through this, figure out what they're going to do against the Steelers. They're just going to figure out, like, they're just going to do their thing, come in, just play really good football, and just whoop up on the Dallas, I think.
I think you're right. I think, against some of the other, like, really good teams in the NFL, they can have, like, those lapses, like things that just, not quite buttoned up and, and just things that go wrong. Yeah. But I just think of the Steelers as a team that just usually has everything buttoned up. They're always ready to go. They're not going to have the lapse and let a Cowboys team get a win against them. Well, that's all of our 3 o'clock games that we've got. So we can hit the late game and the Monday night game here when we get back to our Vikings bingo.
Oh, yeah.
Here
we only got about 5 minutes left in this last 100-play game. So get all your plays in and see what happens. If you're not in that top 10, get into the top 10. First is getting $92, so pretty good prize right there.
Well, these folks are winning those PGL points. Maybe we should go over those PGL points one more time before we get back into those Vikings games.
Yeah, sure. Let's go over PGL points one more time.
I'll hit those locations since you hit them last time.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear those location standings.
Top 10 PGL locations in the state of Minnesota are Roseville, VFW. In 9th place is Valley Lanes in Spring Valley. In 8th place, Vic's Bar and Grill in Moorhead. In 7th place, the Sunset Grill in Spring Lake Park. In 6th place, St. Cloud Moose Club. In 5th place, Shep's on 6th in Brainerd. In 4th place, Neighbors Pub Dover in Dover Mills. In 3rd place, La Playette in St. Joseph's. In 2nd place, Cabin Bar in Nicolette. And in 1st place is Neighborhood Tavern in Effie. That's our top 10 PGL locations.
Oh, yeah, and those PGL player standings, in 10th place, we have Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. In 9th place, I am the fortunate one at Shore 96. In 8th place, we got Ramrod over at Spare Time Lanes. In 7th place, we have Bones over at Duffy's Bar and Grill. In 6th place, Drumskeet in the Underground Bar and Grill. In 5th place, we have Worksies at St. Cloud Moose Club. And here's your million point club. Good job. You guys have been killing it for PGL wise. In 4th place, we have Mick Bessa at Shore 96. In 3rd place, Forget You D over at Eagles Austin. Holding both spots in our top 10 in PGL and Megabar Bingo. Good job, Forget UD. In 2nd place, former champion Sarah Honey over at Eagles Austin. And in 1st place is Cancer Sucks, also former champion, and Cancer Sucks plays over at Clearwater Corners.
Well, congratulations to our everyone in our top 10 and all of you regular players. We have so much fun being with you guys. Well, our top 9 right now with just under 3 minutes left to play in this top dog 100-play game is in 1st place, Yags 370, number 3 in our Megabar Bingo standings. In 2nd place, Greg S. 3rd place, Ace. In 4th place, Amy. Missed that 5th. In 6th is Mikey. In 7th, Not Lucky. In 8th is Rex and Effects. And in 9th place is Janet. That 5th place is New is Abler.
Well, it looks like Amy and Greg S. still have plays left.
Interesting. We'll see if they can catch Yags 370 in this last 2 minutes of play. So make sure you get all those plays in. And as soon as we're done with this, we're going to start enrolling in our first of 4 Vikings bingo. That jackpot is over $12,000, and we're looking to give it out here during these next 4 games after this.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have a pretty fun event happening this week.
Oh, yeah.
PyCon.
Yes. Our first ever virtual.
Yeah, PyCon. Virtual PyCon 2020. It's going to be from November 12th from 3 to 4. It's going to be a super fun time. Awesome. It's super easy. Register online. We have a special guest, Lucas Nelson.
That's going to be super fun.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he is a great country music artist. Really good music, and it's going to be super fun to watch him virtually during our PyCon.
Absolutely. Well, we're just about 1 minute left to play in these 100 plays in this top dog game. Yags 370 still holding on to first place out there. We've got Mikey in 6th. In 2nd place, we got Greg S. Looks like he's used up finally all those 100 plays. In 3rd place, we got Ace. In 4th place, Amy, still with a little bit of play in there. And then in 5th place, New is Abler. In 6th place, we got Mikey. In 7th place, Not Lucky. In 8th place, Rex in Effects. And in 9th place, Janet. I believe that our only player with some plays out there is Amy in 4th place. Can Amy make the move to get all the way up there to 1st place? You only got 20 seconds left to make that move, Amy. Let's see if she can do it. It's coming down to the last little bit here. I'm excited to see what is going to happen.
4 seconds left. Amy needs to get those last couple plays in. Can they move into that top 3? Because each spot in this one ups your money. This is one of those, each spot you go up, it actually matters.
Yes.
Like, instead of like being top 10 or top 5, like, you actually want to be as high up in the standings as you want, as you can be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it's over. We're going to see. There it is. It's official. Yags 370. Glad we sent that luck out there to you. Looks like it hit you right in the hands. Getting that win over at Riverboat Depot in Sartell. $92 more in your pocket. Congratulations on that. And we'll go into a short break, and we'll be getting enrolled for this 4 games of Vikings bingo. $12,000 online.
Oh, yeah. Be there. Hey, welcome back to this ginormous jackpot. 4 games of Vikings bingo.
Yeah, it's huge out there. It's look at the total prize. It's $12,895. We'll see what that jackpot X ends up at. Make sure you get enrolled. Make sure you push play. You got just over 30 seconds left to do that. It's 25 cents a card. You can play up to 36 cards. And so we're going to get this rolling here. We're also going to give you guys an update here on all of the early games as they're rolling. That Texans-Jaguar game looks like a great one.
Yeah, it does. Being 13-7 right now.
Yeah, I've actually got 13-13
Oh,
on
is
my
it
update.
13-13?
Yeah, you might want to hit the
need to
refresh. Yeah.
refresh my games real quick.
Giants are at 13-3 over the Washington football team. Ravens are 7-7 with the Colts. Our Vikings, after taking that 13-0 lead, it's now 13-10 on the Lions, as with 51 seconds left in the first half. Titans just got a touchdown on the Bears to make that 10-0.
There's a Rose and Jimbo. Rose alert.
Yep.
And Jimbo taking that line prize. Good job, Rose alert and Jimbo.
We're now working on that large M-shaped pattern. That's a $75 prize if you can win that on a 25-cent card. Not bad. But that jackpot's at $12,650 if we can get this done in 52 balls. See a lot of our top players out there like Alice, Mad Dog, Mrs. Yags, Atomic, Lucky, Jules, Ginny, Laura, a bunch of folks out there playing, and it's great to have them here winning and playing with us on these last 4 games of Vikings Bingo on a GameDay broadcast. See if we can get out all this money. We want it out of here. So that Panthers-Chiefs game's a good one as well. Panthers are leading that 14-13.
Man, that is not what I mean, like, I picked Panthers.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I fully believed in my pick just because of how good the Chiefs are.
That's right.
But this could actually end up being one of those games that wakes the Chiefs up.
Yeah.
And says, wow, other teams can beat us.
Yeah. Another score that I didn't expect to look exactly like it does. I picked the Bills, but I did not expect what we're seeing early on, and that's 24-7 Bills over the Seahawks at this time.
So, yeah, Russell Wilson is 9 for 12 with 103 yards, but their running game has been so minimal. Their second leading rusher is Russell Wilson right now, so it's not looking that great for him. Josh Allen's having a really good game. Good job, Yags, 370, winner of that last 100-play game, taking that large M, and now we have a little bit of a run-up to go get this jackpot.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Yags, the luck is flowing over there for Yags. Congratulations.
All right,
here it is.
Shireen, 1 ball away. Oh, and we're going to that $113 must-go prize. Pretty good for a 25-cent card, but that means that jackpot's rolling over to game number 2. Jules over at Baldy's BBQ in Lakeview, always making me want some barbecue, is Baldy's BBQ.
Yes, we've never eaten at Baldy's, but we definitely want to try it. That was in 56 balls, just 4 balls away from that jackpot, but $113 for your troubles on a 25-cent card. Not too shabby.
Well, we were talking about how Josh Allen had been playing like an MVP player.
Yes.
Well, that's what we're getting out of him right now.
Oh, nice.
That's why they're up. I'm giving this purely to Josh Allen because Josh Allen is right now 21 of 23 in his pass attempts, 249 yards and 3 touchdowns.
This is the first half still.
And this is still with 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in the first half.
That's insane. That's a whole game worth of stats there.
Oh, yeah.
Nicely done. Well, we'll see how that plays out in the second half here and the rest of the first here as they move on. We got just under 2.5 minutes left to get enrolled and push play on this game number 2 of Vikings Bingo. Our total prizes are just skyrocketing up right now. It's going to be getting close to $13,000 as everyone gets enrolled in this game number 2 of 4 Vikings bingo games. We're trying to get this jackpot out of here. Make sure you get enrolled. Make sure you push play. You can play up to 36 cards. It's 25 cents a card.
Well, you want to do one of the NFL games that we still haven't predicted yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's do one of them.
All right,
We'll save. We'll leave Patriots Jets for them to simmer on for.
Simmer on it. All right.
Yeah, but we got Saints Buccaneers as one of our tonight games. What are you feeling about that game?
Well, I tell you what, interesting. We got 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks, right? They played first game of the year, right? Saints got the best of the Buccaneers on the very first game of the year.
Yes.
I feel like the Buccaneers are a different team since then.
Yes.
The Buccaneers look like one of the best teams in the NFL now, right?
Oh, I mean, and this is their first week getting in Antonio Brown.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And I don't know how he'll play in that mix. Obviously new to the team and all that kind of stuff, but he's very, very talented.
Well,
and
I have to think with these players being so productive so early that they're running a pretty simple system right now.
Yeah.
And that they're going to build on it as guys get more comfortable in the system.
Right.
But I think right now they're running a system that it's easy for new guys to hop in and produce.
Absolutely.
And so I wouldn't be surprised if we see Antonio Brown produce in this very first week.
Yeah. So we'll see how, as that goes. And I think the Saints they don't feel like they can find that extra gear yet.
Yeah.
And I just really think the defense. Todd Bowles is doing an amazing job on the defense over there with the Buccaneers. He's got those guys playing lights out.
I mean, the young guys, veteran guys he's getting the most out of the veteran guys that seem to be their careers were on a downhill spin. And then those young guys that safety, Winfield, he's looked like one of the best rookie defensive players this year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's been a lot of really star players on that defense. I mean, and that linebacking crew.
Yeah, just really good. Well, I was listening to an interview with Terry Bradshaw where he was talking about how, in basketball, scores score. Doesn't matter if they're on a good team, bad team, right? James Harden, you could put him on any team in the NBA and he's going to score points, right? But NFL players, it's so about the team, right? That placement and coaching and all those things super, super matter. There's Ruffus over at the Guilty Goose in Zumbrota getting that line prize of $70. And then we're now going to be working on that large M-shaped pattern that's also $70. And this is what we did, guys. We got 13,000 right on the nose. 13K right on the nose if you can get this done.
I think that's a good sign right there. We need to get it out this game.
That's right. If you can get this done in 52 balls, you'll get exactly 13K. And I'm pretty excited about that. Let's see if we can get that done. But, so anyways, Terry Bradshaw was talking about that placement. So that placement and the coaching and everything. It not only has to be good, but it has to be right for that player.
Oh, yeah.
And so, and I think that that Todd Bowles has been the perfect fit for the perfect players, and it's all really worked really well. And then you got Bruce Arians over there. He's that offensive guru. Every time he's got a good quarterback, when he had Andrew Luck, when he had Carson Palmer, now he's got, Tom Brady. Anytime that works, that offense goes. Right?
Oh, it does.
And so I'm going to pick the Buccaneers. I think they want to say, no, we are the best team in this division, that NFC South, and so they're going to come out there inspired and win. There's S. Grooney, I think is how I would say that. Over at Sheps on 6th in Brainerd, one of our top locations that's our PGL standings. They are in 5th place in our PGL location.
Good job, Sheps on 6th. Yep. We have a decent run-up. Bud Light, TM, and Jay Capper only 2 balls away.
Let's see if they can get this done.
Let's see. Jay Capper only 1 ball away. I'm excited.
Look at.
Can it happen? And it's rolling over to that $105 must-go coverall, and that means that jackpot's going to be rolling over to game number 3.
Yeah,
now there's only 2 games left, guys.
That's right. That's
only 2 more to get this jackpot. We need to focus up, grab those tablets. Tell if you see someone without a tablet, say, hey, go get a tablet. Play some bingo. Let's win this jackpot. There's Dan and Julie J and Bryzo taking that must-go coverall Bryzo's over at South Street Saloon in Mankato. Dan's at Monticello VFW. And Julie J's over at American Legion Monticello.
Nicely done, guys. Well, we are rolling into game number 3 of 4, our second portion of 4 games of Vikings bingo. We got 2 games left, like you just mentioned, to get this jackpot. We're over 13,000 now. We are exactly at 13,000 here in game number 2. That means in game number 3, we have to be over that. It's almost impossible for it not to be.
We talked about how much we like the Saints and how much we like the Bucks.
Yes.
You're going Bucks?
I'm going Bucks.
I'm going Saints.
Okay.
Because I think the Saints getting Michael Thomas back.
See what I did there? Sorry, just go ahead.
Oh, yeah, with Michael Thomas back, adding that receiving threat. I mean, Alvin Kamara has been a stud this season.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's been one of the best running backs in the league. It's been between probably him, Dalvin Cook, and Titans running back.
Oh, yeah, Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, who the 3 best running backs in the league have been this year. I think that he's been doing really well, getting that receiving threat back for Drew Brees. I think it's going to all work out, and I'm saying Saints come out with the win.
All right, there we go. That's our late game here on a Sunday night. You've got the Saints. I've got the Buccaneers. And here at some point in these next 2 games, we'll pick that Monday night game. I think everybody's super excited about that one. Patriots, who are not the Patriots of recent years, and then the Jets. They might be playing for some nice draft picks.
Oh, yeah, good to see the Vikings get another touchdown on a pass to, looks like, Amir Abdullah.
Oh, nice. That's a good way to finish out the half to get that lead extended a little bit. When it was 13-10.
Get that 10-point lead.
Yeah, get that 10-point lead. To get it a 2-score lead is super important going into halftime. So we'll see if that can hold up. We're on a 20-10 lead going into halftime, and that is a nice place to be. That Texans-Jaguars game is still 13-13. The Giants have extended their lead to 20-3 over there on the Washington football team. Ravens and Colts are still knotted up at 7 apiece. Bears and Titans are still at a 10-0 lead. Panthers still have a 14-3 lead on the Chiefs. The Seahawks have made it a little bit closer as the Bills have a 24-10 lead on them. Falcons look like they do not want to relinquish this game as they are up 20-3 with 34 seconds left in the half. So that's our update. We got under 30 seconds left to get enrolled in this next game. We got total prizes of $13,672. We want to give out a bunch of money here in game number 3 of the post-100 play games Vikings.
Oh, yeah.
And see what we can get done here. This would be exciting if we can get this jackpot out here during game day. That would be super fun.
I would be super excited.
Yeah.
About that. See, Not Lucky, Hotness, Alice, Big Gun, Bryzo, Mrs. Yags 370. Oh yeah, seeing a bunch of really good big players out there.
Yeah, I saw Rakisha out there as well. And Parrot. Good to see everybody.
Oh yeah. Well, we got some great players in our Mega Bar Bingo standings.
Yes.
Why don't we go over those one more time right after I talk about Orange winning that line prize over at VFW Austin. Good job, Orange.
I wonder if Orange knows real Orange that won 18 grand.
Maybe.
Yeah. You want me to hit the players?
Yeah, you can hit the players.
All right. I'll get the Mega Bar Bingo top 10 players in the state of Minnesota. In 9th place, we have a tie between Andy over at Gray Fox Tavern and Sizzler at Docks Landing. We have another tie in 7th place, Mickey over at the Bar Hastings and Wolfstein at Carboni's CR Billiards. In 6th place, Forget You D at BFW Austin. In 5th place, Mrs. T at St. Cloud Eagles. In 4th place, Michelob over at Neeson's Gaylord. In 3rd place, Yags 370 at the House of Pizza, playing at Riverboat Depot today. In 2nd place, we got Mrs. Yags, also playing at Riverboat Depot today. And in 1st place, Spanky and 21,000 points at American Legion Fridley. Well, we got Drumskeet, Chef, Doug Pegg, And that they're all split in that large M-shaped pattern of $79. We got a really nice run up at this $13,400 jackpot on this coverall. We're going to see if we can get that done.
Let's see. 4 balls away is CJE, Alice, Shireen, Lindy. There's so many people. I'm at the edge of my seat right now.
I know. Lou out there at Spare Time Tavern in Belle Plaine, just 2 balls away. Now Hatchet Man and CJE join in.
And that's going to the last game, game number 4.
That is correct.
Yeah, whoever wins this is going to be winning $118.
There it is.
There's Craig winning it all to himself over at Rose City Bar and Grill. Good job, Craig.
Congratulations to all of our winners in game number 3. And we're going to get enrolled in that 4th game.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to go over those Mega Bar Bingo location standings. In 8th place, we have a 3-way tie between VFW Austin and St. Cloud Eagles and Monty's Sports Bar in Spring Lake Park. Then in 7th place, we have the Bar Hastings. In 6th place, we have Riverboat Depot in Sartell. In 5th place, we have VFW Brooklyn Park. In 4th place, Eagles Owatonna. In 3rd place, American Legion Fridley. Then in 2nd place, Neeson's Gaylord. In 1st place, Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards.
I'll tell you what, those locations and those players, they've been proving themselves as the best players in the state.
Oh, yeah.
And the best locations in the state of Minnesota. Just getting after it every day of the week other than Saturday.
Well, you know what? I would have totally missed this if I wouldn't have just thought about great locations.
Yes.
Giving to great charities.
Oh, yeah.
And that's our charity spotlight. It's the last time we can go over it
right.
this week.
We'll have a new charity tomorrow.
That's the Detroit Lake Youth Hockey. And that they promote healthy living and good healthy balance between sports, academics, and family. I mean, it's a great charity. You're supporting youth sports. I mean, I think it's such a huge thing for development for the youth.
Yes.
And I think it's just such a good thing.
Yes.
The location that supports that's Zorbra's at Detroit Lake.
That's awesome. We love being in partnership with all these charities like Detroit Lake Youth Hockey, doing great work out in our communities. I can't believe we're in the final game here of Game Day Vikings Bingo. Been having a great time, and things have been flying by. We had 2 great 100-play games of Top 10 and Top Dog, and this is actually game number 8. We had 4 games before and 4 games now, and we've been trying to give out this jackpot. That total prize is now up over $14,000 here in this last game. It's just 25 cents a card. You can play up to 36 cards, so make sure you get enrolled, make sure you push play, and you get into these games.
Okay, we got one last game to predict.
Yeah, we got to do this.
And that's that Patriots-Jets game.
Yeah.
It should be, usually I would say, Patriots, easy.
Right.
Like, that's an easy win for the Patriots, but the Patriots have been struggling.
Oh, they really, really have. I mean, it just hasn't been working. Granted, the amazing thing that you see, and, a lot of folks have been talking about how Tom Brady's been winning the divorce between him and Belichick. Now I think Belichick's still one of the greatest coaches in NFL history. But I will say this. He's won less than 50% of his games when he doesn't have Tom Brady under center.
Yes.
Okay. And that's true for most coaches. You don't have the dude. If you don't have the dude, you can coach up all you want. You gotta have.
I think it's so funny though. I've been seeing all over my feed of that Trevor Lawrence. Like, everyone's laughing now at the Patriots until they draft Trevor Lawrence in the draft.
Right. Well, the smart move may be to tank. I don't know if they'll make that actual conscious move, because you can't like in basketball, you can actually not play. Okay, and kind of take it off. You know what I mean?
Yep.
In football, you can.
You're still getting hit.
Oh, you got to play full out no matter what. MG Queen. Oh, let's see. Ramrod. Let's see. Okay, MJG Queen. Let me get this full thing. 21.
Yep.
And then Ramrod Rod. splitting that line prize of $84. And we're moving on to this large M-shaped pattern of $84. And then we got a jackpot of $13,825. That is huge out there. Yeah. We're trying to get it out in the last game. We did get a jackpot out on the last game of Friday Happy Hour. We had a $4,000 jackpot going out to Dan M. over at Duffy's Bar and Grill. And last Tuesday during Megasota Game Night and Jackpot Hunter, we had Flash Daddy at the Parlor taking home over $3,000. So, but we've gone since last Thursday in Vikings Bingo when we gave out $18,000 to Rio Orange over at Bakery Lounge in Austin. So that's why this jackpot is so high. This is already our third largest jackpot in Vikings history. We're going to see if we can get it done in this last game of Game Day broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. So we were talking about Jets.
Yeah, my prediction,
Patriots.
Jets take the win.
Okay.
I think Jets, they've lost a lot of really good games. And, there's Scotty Too Hot over at American Legion Monticello taking that large M. And now we got 95 balls, have a little bit of run up. But I'm going Jets. I think they're winning. I think Patriots have been a little bit of a mess. Jets know who they are. Jets come out and get their first win of the season.
All right, I'm going Patriots. Yeah, they actually mess up their draft pick here and win the game. So,
and that means that jackpot will be rolling over to tomorrow, Monday, during the lunchtime broadcast. So make sure you make it over to get involved in that jackpot.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting at lunch. Hey, we got Parrot over at Tankers Bay Bar and Lanes. Taking that Musco of $126. Congratulations to all of our winners today. It's been super fun being with you guys. And, have a great rest of your Sunday. Yeah. See you at lunch tomorrow.
Yeah, and remember, when you play Pilot Games, your community wins. Have a good day.
Bye, guys.